big sister.
And this is our dear Whoa. That is back. We invited aliens. And this is our dear Luce, and she was Mom and Dad's co-pilot from the day Mary Kathleen was born, and she has been and grown into our family ever since Mary been on with us for everything.
So what comes to mind when we think of our little sister, and now the fact that she's married?
If you think about Mary, you might immediately think about the fact that she's a CPA, an MBA, was the theta president at USC, studied at the London School of Economics, and has the career of a professional sports business mogul.
And you'll find on Facebook posts about her traveling with the Super Bowl's team on the team's plane. You'll find her Steve Nash and Grant Hill and Colin Kaepernick going by her office to say hi and smile. But those are all things you really find on LinkedIn.
Don't give us wrong, Mary. We are so proud of all you have accomplished.
But our initial idea to praise every single moment that you outshined us, pretty much from when you were a young, accomplished underwear and Hanes 10 model, to these days where you occupy a senior management position with the 49ers, those are kind of cool, but not as fun as what we settled on for tonight.
See, we know Dwayne doesn't have Facebook profiles, so we turn there to find some things that you might be hearing for the first time tonight, and might be a good insight on things about married life with Mary.
Mary joined Facebook in December of 2007, and Dwayne and Mary were already dating by that point, going strong. And it seems from your timeline that you toyed with the idea of posting for quite a while, because it wasn't until a year later in December of 2008 that you said, quote, might become an aunt today, end quote, followed the next day by, quote, will definitely become an aunt today. Last I heard, Susan had an epidural at 2 a.m., end quote. So Greer and I are thrilled to have been the content for your first Facebook post. And Dwayne, Henry, and Charlie are so thrilled to officially promote you today to Uncle Dwayne.
But that did not tell us much about Mary. It was a few months later, in March of 2009, that she gave us our first lesson to share with Dwayne.
Where to begin? Well, Mom and Dad love to travel all over the world, and soon we hope to follow their footsteps. But for now, Mary is living a life and has a deep appreciation for the arts and finer things here on the mainland.
In March of 2009, quote, I am pumped for the Billy Joel and Elton John concert tonight. Yes, I know, I am an old lady. Mary Kathleen, you were kind of an old lady then, but you sort of made up for it later on Facebook. Let's see here.
In 2011, it's, quote, it's the Britney Spears time with Heidi. The first of 2 awesome concerts this week. Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, Backstreet Boys, and New Kids on the Block. My life is awesome. Yes, Mayor, it is. And we had so much fun. But Dwayne might need to learn the value of a good girls' night out every once in a while. Oh, sorry. I mean, just this year, we came across this one. Quote, nothing like Popeyes in New Orleans after a Snoop Dogg concert with 3 hours of sleep and smoke. Well, we're not sure where you're headed next, but we'll be sure to follow your growing appreciation for fine foods and talented musicians. And who knows, maybe you'll be one, because she let us all know last summer that, quote, just bought my beginning piano lessons after graduation on Groupon. I'm finally going to scratch that off my bucket list.
How's that piano lesson going, Mimi?
I don't think she's played today. Speaking of fine foods, Dwayne, we want to make sure that you did not just marry Mary for the food. The first quote of her fine culinary skills came way back in November of 2009.
Made real chili for dinner with cornbread and he was actually really good. Yes, I'm bragging.
Then she took a good year from posting about cooking and suddenly let us know that she went shopping to prepare a fine meal.
Quote, just went to the grocery store on my way home from work and picked up some beer and toilet paper. Lastly,
Not sure what she was serving that night, but we're guessing chili was still her go-to.
She then took another year off and came back in November 2011 with back-to-back days of food posts.
first one, quote, made cauliflower mash tonight for dinner. It tastes so much like mashed potatoes. So yummy.
Next time,
Quote, spaghetti squash with marinara and turkey meatballs. My best creation yet. I'm starting to love cooking.
Now that apparently marked the end of her, quote, love for cooking, because she has left no other sign of ever making a meal since then on Facebook.
so Dwayne, we brought you a In-N-Out gift card to sneak in a burger when Mary's dinner is not going to be amount of cauliflower mash.
Okay, but the other option is to just do takeout. With a hardworking mama that busted her butt all day long, us Gilboa girls really appreciate the value of a meal cooked by somebody else. And Mary, just so you know, Dwayne recently informed the world too that, quote, is it too late to start speech classes? Every time I order food somewhere, they record my name as Barry. I pray that it is because of my lack of enunciation and not the alternative reason. I mean, I have come a long way since